Hey there, it's Tiffany from Let's Get Scrappy. Thanks for joining me today. I have a card folio to share with you, and I made this using Authentique's Grace Collection. And it comes with a sticker sheet plus another sticker sheet that has words and phrases on there along with the alphabet. So I call this a card folio because it's a little bit more than just a card. You can add photos to it if you want to. You can add or put in a gift card because there's a pocket. So it's just a little bit extra. So this card, let's see, this measures 6.5 by 5. And on the front here, I have the design paper. I did a little rosette using the Tim Holtz dies, and then a scallop circle punch, and then layered some different stickers on top of each other on top of that. And then I just added a sticker here that I layered, says "You're a wonderful mom," and then a ribbon closure. And then this is a sticker, it's a border from the sticker sheet, and then these are just some Primo Blings right here. And it opens up like this. And these are all stickers. I just, to take the stickiness off the back, I added some powder to the back of this. And then just left this partially open as a tuck spot. And then it opens up this way here. And I just punched these out with some dies that I had, and this is open, so you can add a picture under that if you want to, or you can just leave it plain. You also can write a little note, and then I just added a little, either this is where you could put your sentiment, or again, this could be a photo mat. But then you could see we do have the pocket here for the gift card. So these are really quick and simple to do, and I'll show you the back. And the back looks like that. So there's that. And then I just wanted to do a quick tutorial to show you guys how I made this. And I do have 11 by 17 cardstock in neutral colors. So I have like this cream here, white and black on hand for when I want to do larger projects. Basically, I'm just lazy. So on this one, I take 11 by 17, I cut it down to 6.5 by 15.5, and then I score at 3 inches, 8 inches, and 12.5. And then this is what we will adhere down, and it gives us a pocket. And then this is our flap for our closure. But if you don't have, because I know not everybody has that size of paper, you still can make that using 8.5 by 11 paper. So you'll need 2 pieces of those. You'll cut one down to 6.5 by 8.5, and then you're going to score at the 3-inch mark and at 8 inches. And then this is your little tab that you will use to adhere to the second sheet of paper, which this one is 6.5 by 7.5. And then you score at 4 inches on the 7.5, and that's what's going to make our pocket. So then we have a 3-inch pocket. So you'll stick these two together just like that, and then this becomes another fold. But I do recommend that you do this on the inside here like that, and have this piece be the inside so that it's more secure. Versus it being on the outside. So that is how you can do it with 8.5 by 11 papers. So let's go ahead and get started on doing the tutorial. So, and I already kind of prepped some of these papers. I wanted to see what it looked like layered up. So I do have, like this here is going to be on our flap, and then I'm just going to use some art glitter glue on here, and I ordered this from Country Craft Creations, and I always order extra just so I have it, but I do like this glue. For the most part I use squirt tape but on cards or when I want to do a quicker project, I use the art glitter glue. And then we'll just burnish this down. Just like that. And I did a little flag here. And we'll put that right there. And I always leave my flags and banners open on the bottom just in case somebody is creative and wants to use it as a tuck spot. I let them go ahead and do that. So this one is going to go here. And I like to just put it on there before I glue it down so I can just see to make sure I cut it right, because sometimes I don't. But it tends to help me. That doesn't mean that I still don't put it on crooked sometimes, or I'm off a little bit, because that still does happen. At least with wet glue, it gives you a little bit more time to move things around. And then you use your bone folder. Oops, I just cut that off. Just on there like that to burnish it down. And I had already put a sticker on here. And I'm going to add another sticker. And I'm just going to do, and I layered this up just on a little, put that on the wrong side. Let me take that off. On a little scallop square. It's a little punch that I had. Let me make sure I got that on the right side. I'm going to put that there. And my husband is singing in the background, so he might come in here. He's really loud. Just saying. And then this is going to be our pocket. So you don't have to have a sheet that goes all the way down if you don't want to waste that paper. It'll still be sturdy enough to not have to do that. But I don't know. Just stick this down, just like so. And again, I'm just trying to do this a little fast for you guys so you can see the process, what it looks like. Plus, I'm not used to doing tutorials, so hopefully I'll get better at it. And again, you can use your bone folder. I got this little mini from We Are Memory Keeper, I think it's called, from Tuesday Morning. I love this, but I have the large one too. But I also have my regular bone folder, so it doesn't really matter what you use. I just like how I can cover more ground with that. So now I'm going to put my top to the pocket. And I just did, I cut the paper 1/8 of an inch off. So you can do it. Some people like a 1/4 inch difference. It really just depends on what you like best. But I sometimes like a thinner border. So I got that down good. And then I have my photo mat. Just tucks right in there. So it's starting to come along. And this one, if you can't tell, will be like this. Where the other one was going this way. So I'll show you once we're all done. I'm going to go ahead. Let's see what I'm going to do with this. So I'm going to put this one on, which will be just like that. And hopefully you guys can see this good. My lighting seems a little dark. But I don't know about you guys, but I have been having a heyday in the craft room. just making a lot of things. I made a lot of Mother's Day cards for friends. But I had a lot of fun. After this weekend, before I do any Father's Day stuff, I'm going to have to get started on some graduation albums that I'm doing. My son is a senior, so I have to make sure that I have his stuff all done, which they're doing a virtual graduation, so that's a bummer, but at least they're doing something. So before I put the paper on, which I will do this, if you want a ribbon closure, this is the time to do it. So I just always take my ruler, and it has the center point on here, and then I just mark where the center is. But you don't have to do that. Most people just eyeball it, but I'm just a little more anal. Sometimes I wish I wasn't. I'd get done with projects a lot faster. But we're just going to take some seam binding this time. Let me make sure I have it go on the right way. Yep. So, let's stick this there. And you don't have to use score tape on this. You could use glue. Again, it's just whatever you like. I mean, I don't know if you guys are like me, but I have tried, I don't know how many different glues, wet glues. So far, this one is my favorite, and I've been using, I think, over a year now. Score tape is definitely my fave. So we'll just put that on like that. And just make sure it's on top of that seam binding really good. Sorry, this is shaking the camera. Okay, so we have that. Now we will just want to make sure. Yep, we're good. So, and you could always on this too change the measurements and add a little 1/8" gusset if you want to do that. So again, I'm just going to take a little bit of score tape, put that down, and then I have this piece, and I'm not putting it on the score tape. I'm just making sure we are good. You can also do add magnets to this instead of the ribbon. So we're just going to put that there. Just like that. Lay this flat so I can get it really good. Ah! See, I always mess something up. I forgot the ribbon. But you can always fix your errors. See, it just never fails. I don't know if you guys have this tool, but it is amazing. So I'm just going to lift this up a little bit, and it does not damage. Just gonna add a little bit more glue on that. And we are good. Glue. I'm just leaving this in here. I'm not going to edit this out. Not that I know how to, even if I wanted to. But just so you guys can see, I literally make a mistake on almost every single project I do. But I tell my niece there's always a way to fix it. So see, you can't even tell that. I forgot that. So now we have this here. Folds up like this. This is our little tie. And then I have this piece that we're gonna put right there. Hopefully you guys can see this. Sorry if I keep going out of frame. And I'm just gonna add a little wet adhesive just to make sure that stays on there. So it's kind of like a little wallet, which would be cute to do in like a designer, like signature paper that looks like a handbag. So that says, all that I am, I owe to my mother. And we're not done yet. So I have just a couple, let's see. Where do you want this? You can go wherever. Okay, and I have my hot glue. It's just a little bit. I'm just going to squeeze that one in there. Hopefully you guys can see that because I can't really. And I have a couple of charms, so you can leave it, you know, just like that if you want to. Sometimes I add things and I go a little too far, but oh well, it's fun. So we'll just do one there. That. So when it's opened up, it'll look like that there, like so. So hopefully you guys were able to follow along, and definitely give me some feedback if I was too fast or if you want me to go slower. I don't mind at all. So got that, and then we will snip that. And there's another cute little folio. And just so you guys can see, there's some phrases on here. So you can add things like Happy Mother's Day to this. You can do your own little saying. It's a really cute collection that you can pretty much add to whatever, add to it however you want to. But hopefully you guys like this. If so, please give me a thumbs up. I promise I'll get better at doing tutorials, and definitely want to hear from you. If you have not subscribed, please do so that way you can see future projects. And thanks for watching. Bye.